You are tuned into Plática de Práctica, a podcast for teachers, by teachers in visual and performing arts classrooms. Our guests will share insights, their challenges and triumphs, along with tips and tricks to navigate the contemporary creative classroom. I am your host, Renee Palomares, a resource teacher for the Albuquerque Public Schools Fine Arts Department. We are coming to you from the beautiful Albuquerque Museum, located in historic Old Town Albuquerque, New Mexico. Welcome to Plática de Práctica. Welcome back to Plática de Práctica. On this episode, we welcome José Carrillo, whose passion for teaching and music is highly evident. If you're also watching this episode, you'll see one of my favorite sculptures in the Albuquerque Museum, titled Progress 1 by Luis Jimenez. Please enjoy this episode.
Dear Dr. Gibbelhausen, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for believing in me and for supporting me in achieving my dream of becoming a teacher. As I once shared with you, during my teenage years, someone very close to me told me that I would never amount to anything in society, that I would be a nobody. Those words left a lasting mark. After my graduation, you reminded me that I had proven them wrong and that I have so much to offer our students. Your encouragement has been invaluable, and I am deeply thankful for the confidence and inspiration you have given me. I am truly grateful for the faith you placed in me. Please know that on the days when things feel difficult, I often think back to the inspiring words you once shared with me. They continue to lift me up and remind me why I keep moving forward.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. And we want to welcome you first off to the podcast. You are officially our third guest, so this is exciting that we made it past 2 episodes.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it's an honor.
Let us know who you are and maybe where you teach.
Okay, yes. My name is José Carrillo, and I teach at 2 schools currently, 2 elementary schools. One is Mitchell Elementary, and the other one is Reginald Chavez right here by Old Town. Mm-hmm. And I teach general music.
Okay.
Yes.
See, but you also have a background in mariachi, right?
Yes.
So do you want to tell us a little more about mariachi?
So that's where I was going. My name is José Carrillo, but in the mariachi realm, in the world of mariachi, nobody knows even that José is my name, right? They know me as Chino. Chino, because I had curly hair when I was little. Yeah. They call me a Chino. And I've been playing mariachi for 30 years now.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So secretly, I don't think even Patrick knows this, but I wanted to be a mariachi when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
And I remember my sister was in a ballet class. And years later, I told my mom, why didn't you ever make us do mariachi or ballet or whatever? And she's just like, I didn't know you wanted to. So, well, you never asked. But I see the mariachi as this hero almost, kind of this historic figure and culturally almost like a luchador, you know what I mean?
Like a luchador, yes.
Yes,
there's when I don't know about the other mariachis, but when I put my traje, my outfit on, I feel like I'm a different person. Mm-hmm. And you do have that different status.
Yeah.
Even you go to the store or I'll be pumping gas at the gas station in my outfit.
Yeah.
People stop and they're like, wow, I like your outfit. Yeah. And so there's that presence about it,
It's kind of like firefighters.
I think so, yes.
You see a firefighter and people are like, oh, firefighter. Yes. And you see a mariachi and it's like, oh, they're mariachis. There's this presence, this aura about them. And yeah, that's awesome. So do you do mariachi with the younger kids then at your schools, or do you?
Reginald Chavez, we do have an after-school mariachi program.
Okay.
And I also teach the mariachi class at the University of New Mexico, UNM. Okay. I'm one of the teachers there.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. And I gig on the weekends.
Yeah.
We do mariachi. We do weddings, quinceañeras, parties, weddings, divorces. You know? No, we even do funerals. We do it all.
Yeah. Yes. That's awesome. I was wondering, in terms of your, you say you teach general music, so. What does that mean? What are things that a student would expect to learn in your class? Yes,
we teach them we try to prepare them for when they move up into middle school. Mm-hmm. So we teach them the basics. We talk about rhythm, steady beat. I try to teach them the notes, the note names.
Yeah.
the instruments, we talk about pitch, how when you sing, when you play an instrument, pitch goes high, goes low, stays in the same. We talk about instruments. They play instruments. We have drums. We have recorders.
Yeah.
Ukuleles, and you name it. But we try to talk about concepts and skills.
Okay.
Related to music.
Awesome.
Yes.
I was at a professional development where I had just moved into my role as a resource teacher. And so everybody was there, from music to visual art, everybody. And I remember going into the room with the musicians, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like, I think I picked the wrong content area.
Where am I?
The music people are all upbeat and everybody was engaged and it was like a party in there.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I've been lucky where I also serve as to assist fine arts teachers in multilingual kind of ideas and prepping their class for English learners. So I've been able to go to some music classes.
That's amazing.
And it's been great. Some of the teachers I've seen are like, woo, it's just the thought process and the difference, because my background's in visual art, right? So it's a different type of preparation that you need and different setup, different layout. And as a kid, like, I mean, I wish, again, like my mom didn't know I was interested in music, but I wish I would have been pulled in.
A lot of parents don't know that what we're capable of doing, you know?
Yeah.
And like you said, when we have those meetings, you know, so the art people go to one building or one ballroom, and us musicians or the music teachers, and we're all acting like kids, right? Because one of us will be sharing a lesson. They're like, okay, I have a lesson for oranges and whatever, you know, or a book or something. And then they say, okay, but I need you guys to, you know, the rest of us. So if we're not presenting, we act out. We're acting as kids. That's why when you went in, you're like, what are they doing? So we're jumping and singing and all that. But in reality, we're grasping so much. We share so much. That's what I like about fine art. We're a huge family and we share so much. Like, if one teacher has an idea or a lesson about a movie that's out now and kids love it, and he or she adapts the concept of that movie to a lesson, and then, you know, she tackles like tempo, pitch, rhythm. Boom! We're all interested right away. Hey, can you share that with me? So we do that, you know, a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I hope that through the podcast, we're able to do that kind of on a broader scope, where as people listen in, they hear either something that they're reaffirmed by or reaffirms their thought process or helps them like in their decision making in their classroom. And also ideas. I mean, because it could be the slightest of alterations to a lesson or an instrument they never thought of or an art project they never even would have imagined, but then you try it and it's like, that's staying in my repertoire. That's coming back next year, and we'll change it up to fit the needs of the students.
Exactly.
So and I love that, and you can feel that, especially with the music group. Like I've been lucky again to visit some of those moments where you guys are sharing, and it was a lesson share that I walked into, and it was.
And, we're all like that. We even take our cameras, you know, because they let us record. And I have a lot of them like recorded because they share the paper right after the lesson plan. But to me, I'm more of a visual, and so I put my GoPro and then capture, you know, and then that's how that person teaches this. And then I take it to my classroom, and then I'll add something or make it my own, you know.
That's interesting that you say that, because I'm very visual as well, obviously with visual art and whatever, and I've always had this like vision or dream of like a teacher tube, like a YouTube, but just for teachers. Because I'm also a former coach, right? So coaching and teaching is very similar in that regard, that it's nice to see like a process or a project in action. Because then it's like, it's like game film, right? Like if I'm watching a soccer match back or a basketball game back, it's like, that moment I would have done this. Or so I don't know. That's interesting that you guys are recording.
So maybe we can start a YouTube.
There we go.
Channel, you know?
There you go.
And with our new concept, huh?
That'll be our next project.
You got it.
Our next PDP. So I'm curious too, like outside, you said you do mariachi and you perform outside of of school.
Yes.
And so I want to know a little bit more about that, because our past guest also does like their art and practices outside of the classroom.
Yes.
So yeah, tell us a little more about that. I'm curious. Like,
I mean, well, like I said, I've been playing mariachi for 30 years, and I play the guitarrón, the big bass, and I'm a singer, right? The people usually they call us, okay, I have a wedding at whatever church at 12 o'clock on September, whatever. And are you available? It's okay. You know, we book it. They book us. Or, I have a backyard party on Saturday, whatever, and we want you to be there from 6 to 8 or something like that. And a lot of the time, most of the times when it's birthday celebrations, like at homes or anywhere for that matter, we usually, the person whose birthday it is, they don't know. So we just walk in singing "Qué linda está la mañana," las mañanitas, you know.
Yeah, like, that's awesome. Yeah, and everybody, they're crying and
and we do serenatas, and like serenades, and we also do like big stuff too. We do concerts and shows, and
that's awesome,
in the city and outside of the city.
Yeah. So your grupo, like every mariachi has like a name, or like what do you guys go by? My
grupo right now, it's on remission because I had a vocal injury right after COVID, like 4 years ago. And my grupo was, the name was Mariachi Tradicional.
Okay.
And back 10 years ago, we did all kinds of, a lot of shows, and we backed up big names, you know, in the ranchero and mariachi styles. Awesome. Like we got hired to go play at parties. We played for the Avengers here in Nob Hill, you know?
Yeah.
Who would have thought, you know?
Yeah.
But they didn't, they called me.
When they were filming, or? Okay.
But they were not for the filming, of course, but it
was like a party
for the party,
Yeah, okay.
It was an old house by Nob Hill. They just told us for that specific event, they're like, we want you to play 5 to 7, whatever. They sent us the address on it. We showed that we got there. And they said, just start playing in the backyard, an old house. No, we started playing. And then...
y luego viene Captain America.
No, Scarlett Johansson. She comes out, it was like a sliding door, glass door, like she comes out. And we're like...
in shock.
Like asking, just the eyes, like, is that her? Like,
yeah.
And then America, and then all those guys, oh my God, we're like... It is the guys from, you know.
That's awesome.
But they would not let us take a single picture.
Yeah.
Because the paparazzi, whatever they had back then. But unfortunately, we don't have the proof.
Yeah.
But we played through it.
You have the memory. You can always think about the memory of that.
Yes.
That's awesome. So we have a section of our interview that we call the pop quiz. So these are 5 questions that we ask every guest. And it's just, again, to kind of tap into your philosophy about teaching, or if you have any tips and tricks. So I want to ask you the first question.
Yes.
So the first question I have for you is, where do you find inspiration, motivation, or the drive to be an educator?
And I can make it as long or as short, right?
Whatever you want to share.
I find it, believe it or not, on the floor of my classroom. That's where I get ideas, you know. I look at my students, so I'll have a class, and then let's say it's a 4th grade, and then I do an activity with boomwalkers about the colores or something like that, or Cielito Lindo, one of those songs. And then after they leave, I'm like, okay, I could have. So I think I tweak a lot of stuff, but the question is, where do I find the motivation? I think it comes to family, you know. Every day I get up, and I think of my dad who passed last year, and I just, you know, me encomiendo a él, you know, papá,
cuídame,
esté
conmigo.
And then my kids, think of my kids, my family, my wife, and my mom who's still alive, and my siblings, you know. It's like, that's my motto, you know, because sometimes you're like, you know, life is hard, you know, it's not all beautiful, it's not a walk in the park, so you're like, okay, I gotta. And then I think of my kids, my students, and I say, no, they need me. You know, I think they need me. I like to think that, and then it shows. 99% of them come up to me, and then they hug me all the time. They're like, Mr. Carrillo, we missed you. Whenever I miss or something, so that tells me that I'm doing something right.
Yes. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And that's one thing that I miss, like in my role, is I don't have the deep relationships with students as much anymore. I still work with kids here and there throughout the district, but it was different when you're on a daily, you see these kids and you grow with them and you learn with them. And yeah, that's awesome that you find that inspiration and motivation. Like, and that's interesting. I'm curious a little bit about your background, but similarly, like I've been thinking a lot about like my great grandpa and my paternal abuelito. They both came over at such a young age. They crossed the border to make a better life for themselves. And I think about it a lot that they used their hands to pick, piscaban y trabajaban con la tierra. And so they used their hands to do that so that I could paint. You know what I mean?
That's a very deep way of showing love, you know?
Yeah. So you honoring your family, that's something that resonates a lot with me because each generation prior to me sacrificed something so that we could, they may not have seen the fruits of their labor, but we're benefiting from that. And I think that's awesome that you share that with your students too. Your students are getting that.
I share my story with all my students like every year. And I tell them where because I was born in Zacatecas, Mexico. Okay. And I was brought here at 14, and I was thrown in Del Norte High School. Back then, it was me and my younger brother, a year younger than me. We did not speak a word of English. I think the only two words we knew was like thank you and okay. That's it. And I remember we couldn't communicate with the students or teachers. We'd use our hands like comer. Like, me and my brother. When do we comer? And they're like 10. Yes, that's how it was very. It's sad now that I think about it, and my brother knows that. And it was really sad, and it was we were very anxious all the time, me and him, because we didn't know if the other students or they were talking things about us, bad or good. There's a barrier, like a big wall, Yeah. And it's so hard when you cannot communicate. Yeah. That's why I tried to learn English, to the best of my ability. Ironically, the next question I have for you is, what is a tip or trick you can share with other teachers when working with English language learners? Oh, yeah. Well, I think that I got a glimpse of the questions. This one and the other one about like the students with specialized individual IEPs. They, to me, I think of them not like, I could say the same way, but you need to support them in more ways than one. And by that, I mean, there's students who are they're visual, like me, learners. There's others who are very kinetic. Yeah. They need to touch, their hands, they need to feel stuff. So first of all, have lots of like graphics, lots of posters, and try, at least in my case, I try to use the languages of my students, backgrounds. So Spanish, of course, right? Yeah. English. But if there is, I like to have like posters from like hello and goodbye or whatever in every language, try to have something that the students can identify with, their home languages. That they can say, oh, my language is represented here. Yeah. So there's some respect. Yeah. So I think as you say that, it makes me think of one lesson that I learned, and it was to simply greet my students. That changed everything for me in terms of teaching. Yes. The year I started greeting every single student, I had and I stole it from a kindergarten teacher, a menu, right? You could fist bump, you could high five, whatever. Yeah. So I would have that, and this was for high school, but at first it was a little awkward because, for me, like growing up, pues mi abuelito decía, el que llega, saluda, y el que va se despide. Se despide. Yeah. So if you're coming, you greet people. If you're leaving, you say goodbye. Yes. And so that stuck with me, and then that like made me think, right? And like we think of these changes in classrooms and like, oh, these students are struggling or whatever. And I think of these really minute little changes, like greeting a student, that could make a huge impact. And as you say, like, but greeting in their language, Buenos dias or whatever, like, como te le vu or whatever, like Like
whatever it is, like if you greet them in that sign of respect could
Yes.
be the difference in
Yes.
how the student engages with your content, behaves in your class. We think of, oftentimes I think as adults, we complicate things, and our
we
brains,
do.
our brains just kind of like complicate things for whatever reason.
Yes.
But it could be something as simple as like greeting a student
Yes.
that again could be that change in
Yeah.
them being at school that day, or and ironically, I remember this was at Albuquerque High School. They would do these like thank you notes for teachers, like appreciation notes. And I got one from a student, Danielle. I'll always remember her because she wrote, like, at first when you would greet us, it was really awkward and strange. And but then I realized like that she started like appreciating that. Like she was like, I actually looked forward to it.
Yes.
Going to your class just because I knew you would be there and you would greet us. Like that fist bump made the difference in her day. So there's these little things, right, that I think we often think, oh, it's a big solution. It's more funding, more, and yes, all of it, right? Like, yes, we need those things, but it's also these small things that then build up and create habits and create change in that aspect. So I appreciate you saying that because,
And one thing that I've noticed, maybe because I'm a guy, no, a lot of students, I feel they see me as like a brother, like a big brother or paternal figure. Not, I don't want to say like a dad, whatever.
I understand that.
You can tell they feel comfortable with you, and they, Mr. Carrillo, they ask me questions. How was when you were growing up? How was it in Mexico? What did you eat, or like what did you guys do for fun, stuff like that? And I can tell that they want to bond. They want to bond, and that's genuine. That's pure. It's one of the purest forms of communication, because kids, they don't like to lie. They don't like I mean, we get them all, right? But for the most part, they're genuine. When they give you a hug, they mean it. They mean the hug. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to move on to question 4 because you kind of answered question 3 about the IEPs as well.
Yes.
So the next question was, what has been a highlight project or activity that you are most proud of that you've done with students?
Yes, I would say back in 2021, when COVID hit and everything was closed, there was this event that we have every year that it's been happening every year. It's called Festival de Bellas Artes here in APS, Albuquerque Public Schools. And it's spearheaded or it was run by Anne-Marie Stranjo, my friend Anne-Marie. But when COVID hit, everything and let me tell you what it was. So it was, we would get schools from the whole district we would gather for one day at the Hispanic Cultural Center or at the Convention Center, and we would present a lot of like flamenco dancing, folklorico, and it was programs that the schools had running, So if a middle school had a mariachi, they would bring their mariachi, then present and showcase. And those kids, they look forward to that. They're like, oh, we're going to present at Bellas Artes, It's a big thing to be part of that. And it's once a year, usually in the spring. And that year, 2021, they said, they pulled the plug. So no, in person, no, nothing. It's like everything was just closed. And Anne-Marie, I told Anne-Marie that I have skills with computer. I can animate stuff and all that, video and stuff. And I said, well, why don't we do it, but have the kids record themselves at home? I'm talking about the mariachi or the musicians, the music part, not the ballet folkloric or nothing, just the music part. So what they ended up doing was just the kids they dressed in their mariachis from high schools and middle schools, and they would play their instrument to a click to the songs they had, for example, La Negra or Cielito Lindo de Colores, and they would just play boom, 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 each in their own instruments. So I put them all in, back the COVID window, you see all this, and I made it happen. So me and Anne-Marie, but I think that's to me that we aired it, but it was all virtual, right?
Is that recorded somewhere, or do you have it?
I have it. Yeah, I
You have to
I'll
share
send
it.
to you.
Yeah. We'll have to put
I'll
a link.
send you the link. Yeah, it was 2021. Those kids are they're gonna go on. I think they're already like in college.
Yeah.
Especially the high schoolers.
Yeah. See, and for as much as COVID shook us and took away, it created these opportunities.
Yes.
That had that not happened, wouldn't have come to be. So even something like that, I mean, that could easily be, I mean, even thinking like for Year of the Arts in New Mexico, if you get mariachis from all over the state, you could do something like that because that experience or that happened or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. We're going to need to watch that. I'm interested now. I'm intrigued.
Yes. And so we had a total of like, I don't know, it was like 7 or 8 songs, performed. That's a lot of work to do on a computer. You can imagine putting all the little windows, movements. It's a lot of work. But
we had the time back then.
Beautiful. And I'm sure their families were like, oh, there's my, the three of them. Where are you, mijo? It's like,
which little square are you?
25 or 30 or 40 kids. Like, where are you? Where are you?
That's awesome.
There you are,
That's so cool.
The beauty of it,
Yeah. So the next question I have for you is, who has been a student that has made you a better educator?
There have been many, but I would say one that really I identify with her so much that I see. It's funny, but I don't know if it happened to you, but there's sometimes you see yourself in some of those students, And this girl, I think she's already in high school now, and she is like musically gifted, but I don't think she knew at the time. And when I started working at Dolores Gonzalez 7 years ago, she was, I think, in first grade or something. She immediately came, like she was attracted to my classroom. She's like, Mr. Carrillo, can you show me how to play violin? Can you show me how to play trumpet? And I was like, I don't even play those, but I'll show you,
Yeah.
She joined the mariachi after school and all that. And she changed me because she made me see what I could do, The very first year, she got to perform at the end of the year in one, like a video like that, just like a solo violin part. Amazing, like beautifully.
First grader?
Yeah, well, she was, first or second, awesome. I don't remember,
That's so cool.
And so I don't know if I can say her name, but because of her mom. Her mom is a teacher too, so
she might know who she is then.
Yeah, her name is Audrey.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But she was. I see myself in her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had several students like that. There's one, as you're talking, that I'm thinking of, like most recently, like when I was at Cibola.
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of myself, and how crucial it is, like when we see those moments, to help those students kind of avoid some of the barriers that we faced.
That's exactly where I was going, because I tried to help all my students, especially the ones like in the after school mariachi clubs. A lot of the families, they don't have that. Oh, we need a violin. Oh, we don't have a guitar. And I move things. I ask my friends. I have friends who, own shops, or they have stores or stuff. Hey, can you donate strings? I have a friend, Danny Salazar. He donated a bunch of strings for violin and guitar. Friends who they're like, oh, I have a violin from my grandma in the attic. Would you like it? Yes, trombones, trumpets, whatever. And that student, I helped. I got her a violin. I gave her a violin, and I said, you know what? You don't have to return it at the end of the year, because I see you're gonna practice it every day. That's how musically inclined she is, And going back to the barriers, I never had any of that when I was. I come from a family of 13. I'm number 11, so we grew up, in Mexico. We're like a little. We call them escalerita, like a ladder. Every 2 years, or every year. Something.
That's my dad's family. Yeah,
I barely went to school just to learn how to write and speak. Read in Spanish. But we didn't have instruments. We didn't have a bike. We didn't. Nothing, we were poor. And when I see those kids, like her, And now I'm doing that with my students currently here at my other school. Some of them, I can tell they're like, oh, Mr. Carrillo, I really want a violin, but my mom or my dad, they don't have them. And at the end of the year, I said, well, if you do good during the year, I'll get you one. And I already given two students last year.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I like to help, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, money comes and goes. I go to pawn shops, yard sales and stuff. I find, okay, save it. I like to save old instruments, and like I repair like guitars and stuff. So if they're broken, I get them.
Yeah.
Fix them and save them from my clubs.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah. The last question I have for you. What advice would you give your younger teacher self?
Hijo. Just be patient and don't assume that students know everything you're telling them, you know. I tend to speak a lot. Not anymore, no, but when I started, okay, kids, you have to model and you know, we're gonna do this, and then the kids are smarter than I thought they were, you know. They grasp the things. There's some lessons that I don't even have to say. Okay, follow me. But it's human to respond to something. So I use all those things, and I'll go do re mi, and then do re mi, mi re do so do, and then from there I can just start a new unit or a new lesson.
That's
and then
awesome.
I tell them, okay, give me whatever. Can you sing sol do or where's do re mi? And then, but I want to hear the pitches. It's like, so I like to train my students that way. My elementary, you know.
Yeah.
The mariachi is very different. You know, they're in college, so it's very it's all written out.
Students. That's interesting because I think oftentimes too, that they know a lot more than we.
Yes.
We know, right? Like there's a universe in their head of experiences and you know, it's a whole galaxy in their mind.
Yes.
So it's always interesting to kind of meet students where they're at and still give them, because oftentimes like for very specific things like in the arts, they haven't had that experience with a certain tool or instrument, but they have so much like in their head that
and I think once they start getting to know your style of teaching, they it's like knowing, you know, your parents or something. Yeah. Like they can tell, okay, he's gonna this. So I have to I don't have to, you know, explain every part of the lesson, right? Yeah. Because they already know, okay, next we're gonna and next. But before that, we make sure we, you know, get this before we move on. And or like I said, we can just move on. If it's music, I'll just play it and they follow along, you know? Yeah. That's awesome. The beauty of music. Yes.
So now we're on the topic of music.
Yes.
I like where this is headed. Nice. So we are, well, I say we, Patrick's not doing anything. He's just recording. But
he's busy. He's pretty busy.
So I brought an instrument.
Okay.
And this instrument, I want to say I play pretty well. Okay. So it's probably the only instrument I play pretty well. But I brought a kazoo.
Okay.
So the game we're going to play is, I have 3, we could say popular songs.
Okay.
And I'm going to play or kazoo the tune to see if I can. We're going to test you. Okay. We're going to see if you can guess the official song, and it can be the band, it can be the title of the song, it can be whatever.
I'm not very good with like pop and stuff, but
I think two of them. We'll start with a very like classical one that I think you'll get.
Okay.
And then we'll jump to like a more super contemporary.
Yes.
And then we'll do like a popular kind of contemporary. Okay. So, you ready? Yes.
Yes. Listo.
I'm a little nervous because this is a new thing we're trying. We want to do a little fun game.
Yes.
With our guests. So you're the first one.
The audience will pick it up before me.
The audience can. Yeah. All right. You ready? Here comes your first one.
Okay. You don't have to tell me that one. Y volver.
Perfect.
Volver.
Yeah, it's from
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I probably crushed the mic or something.
We'll have to auto-tune my kazoo so it can sound good.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Okay, that's
so
number one.
So there's one. You're 1 for 1.
Volver by Vicente Fernandez. Okay.
So then the next one is going to be the more contemporary one.
Okay.
So you said you have kids? Do you have?
I have 4 kids.
4 kids?
Yes.
Okay. So how's the oldest one?
28.
And then where are they in age? I'm curious because
It's very funny because my oldest one is 28. My youngest one is 1 year.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, okay. Maybe. So you might know this one. All right, here we go.
Bad Bunny? No. No, that one,
So this, no clue?
No clue.
You don't have a guess? You had Bad Bunny. Ask the audience.
Okay, do we have a lifeline? Can we call my friend? Just kidding. No, I have no idea.
So it's Soda Pop. It's by...
Oh, Soda Pop, yeah. That's what all the kids talk about.
I know.
But
K-pop, K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop, yes.
Now you have to go watch it. See,
I'm gonna have to go watch it.
That way you can sing it and perform it. Ooh, a mariachi Soda Pop. All right, so here's the last one. The last one I think you'll get to.
Okay. That sounds like a ranchera.
It's like 90s pop. It's in Spanish.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Pop? 90s pop?
Yeah.
Spanish?
It's in Spanish. Era Tejana.
Oh, Selena. Selena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Amor Prohibido.
Amor Prohibido. I knew I like, where is that? The descending.
Anything for Salinas.
Anything for the Salinas. Just kidding. Sorry, I'm a clown too.
That's good. Okay, you're good. You passed.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah,
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
That was our little game. So thank you for playing.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me play.
Yeah, and we appreciate you taking time.
That even musicians, we don't. That happens a lot with the mariachi.
Mm-hmm.
When people hire us, they're like, "Oh, can you play this song?" Like, and we don't like stuff like it's not even mariachi or ranchera.
Yeah.
And like pop or norteño banda or something. Yeah. And they're like, "I thought you guys, you're a musician. You should." No. The fact that we're like a musician, we don't know the songs there are. There's thousands and thousands.
We're mariachi is not a jukebox.
Like a jukebox, Yeah.
That's funny. Well, thank you so much. We know that like it takes a lot to come out of your classroom and visit us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
We hope that you have a good rest of your year, and we look forward to hearing all the cool things you're doing with your students. And,
thank you so much. Yeah. I'll send you the link to the video that I told you.
Awesome.
And I have a YouTube channel too in which I create content for music teachers such as myself.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Like boomwalkers and then ukulele and stuff.
Okay.
So I make little things to jump up and down to the beat,
You have to share us that link so people can link and subscribe.
Yes. All right. Yes. Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's under my APS, so it's just José Carrillo. But I can send it to you.
Yeah, and definitely. We can share it in the show notes.
And what I like to do is, there's not much of it in YouTube. What I do is I've included like some of the most popular Spanish songs and converted them or made them so the kids can play instruments. Awesome. Like I did La Llorona.
Oh, okay.
Which is in a minor tonality. It was hard, but I did it. And I did some of like the Bruno, what's it, the movie? Encanto.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then, okay.
And then I did the Colores, Cielito Lindo, and a lot of stuff I did. Songs to those words. So basically the teachers, the music teacher can just, if they have my video, they just hand the instruments to their kids, barred instruments or those boomwalkers, which are tubes, they're instruments. And they just have to follow the little icon and they hit it whenever, and then you hear the melody. Like that,
That's awesome. I can see some teachers really like taking
yes,
advantage
yes.
of that. That's awesome.
Yeah, but thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Plática de Práctica. Plática de Práctica is brought to you by the support of Albuquerque Public Schools Fine Arts Department, APS Education Foundation, and Albuquerque Museum. Plática de Práctica is recorded, mixed, and edited by Patrick Bear. It is produced and hosted by me, Renee Palomares. We appreciate you listening. Take care. Until next time.